The husband forcefully shoves the door open and walks into the room. The wife says annoyedly, "What are you doing? I just barely got the baby to sleep. There were $3,000 in my wallet, and now it's gone," the wife says defensively. "I didn't take it." The husband throws the wallet down and says angrily, "Then did the money just fly away?" The wife says sarcastically, "Yeah, and you also know there are only 2 people living in this house," the husband says suspiciously. "What are you trying to say?" the wife says frustratedly. "Washing clothes, cooking, taking care of the baby, cleaning, every single chore in this house. I do all of it by myself. And now suddenly you remember that it takes 2 people to run a home? Think carefully. Maybe someone borrowed the money, or maybe you gave it to somebody. And besides, I don't know anything about it," the husband says furiously. "Stop talking nonsense. Where did all my money go? Did you take my money?" the wife says angrily. "Don't accuse me of something I didn't do. You go out every day and don't pay attention to anything in this house. You don't even know how much money you actually have. Why would I need to steal? Whenever I need something, I ask you for money," the husband says irritably. "Why are you making this difficult? What exactly is your problem?" the wife says hurtfully. "So you think I'm just eating for free in this house and living off of you?" the husband says awkwardly. "That's not what I meant. You're still being stubborn," the wife says coldly. "Fine then, I'm leaving. I don't need you," the husband yells angrily from behind her. "Fine! You've got a big attitude, huh? Go ahead. Don't bother coming back." Then the baby wakes up from the loud voices and starts crying. The husband says softly, all right, stop crying. Your mom is way too stubborn. This isn't how life works." Okay, don't cry, my little boss. You already ate, but I still haven't had anything to eat." Then the baby pees on him. The husband says helplessly, "All right, don't get fussy. Let's call your grandma." Then the son makes a phone call and says hurriedly, "Hello, Mom. What are you doing? Come over to my house right now. I need help. I'm home. Hurry up and come." Then he says lovingly to his baby, "Come on, Grandma will be here soon. Until then, let me change my clothes first." A little later, the mother rushes into the house looking worried. The mother asks worriedly, "Why did you call me over in such a hurry? What happened?" The son says tiredly, "Mom, watch the baby for a little while." "I'm exhausted from this whole day," the mother says curiously. "What happened? Where's your wife?" The son says angrily, "Don't even mention her name or I'll get mad again. You know what? You stole my $3,000. When I asked her about the money, she said, 'So now you think I'm a thief? I don't want to live with you anymore.' And then she left." The mother says shockingly, "What are you talking about? She's not that kind of girl." The son says stubbornly, "Mom, don't let her fool you. How do you not see it? And you still believe her? You still don't understand. There are only 2 people living in this house. If she didn't steal the money, then where did it go? Whatever. I'm not going to explain it anymore. I have to go to work. I'm leaving." The mother says strictly, "How dare you treat me like a free babysitter? You want me to watch the baby? Fine. Then pay me like a real nanny." $7,000 a month, the son says shockingly. $7,000? Mom, you've got to be kidding. I only make $8,000 myself. If I give you $7,000, how am I supposed to survive on the remaining $1,000? The mother says firmly, "So you expect me to do everything for free? If you won't pay me, then I'm leaving." She starts handing the baby back, and the son quickly says nervously, "No, Mom, I didn't mean that, okay?" Then the son pulls money out of his pocket to give her, but the mother grabs all of it. The son says anxiously, "Mom, that's way too much. Mom, that's a lot of money. I have to get to work. I'm leaving right now." Later that evening, the son comes home and says exhaustedly, "Mom, I'm home. I'm exhausted. Did you make dinner?" The mother says casually, "Dinner? What dinner? You only paid me to watch the baby, not to cook?" The son says frustratingly, "Mom, don't make me angry. I've been working all day and just got home exhausted." "I'm still your son," the mother says mockingly. "Oh, so you're my son? Fine. I'll lower the price from $7,000 to $3,000, the son says helplessly. "Mom, now you're going to charge me money for every little thing? And besides, I already gave you all my money. I don't have any more left," the mother says coldly. "Wow, if you pay then fine. Otherwise I'm going back home. I'm not your unpaid maid." Then the son pulls some money out from under a pillow and gives it to her. He says quietly, "Here," the mother says satisfiedly. "Yes, it's all here. You sit down and relax. I'll make food for you now." After eating dinner, the son gets up to leave, but the mother says seriously, "Where do you think you're going? Pay me." The son says confusingly, "I just paid you." The mother says practically, "Now I'm going to clean up and wipe this table down. Who's paying me for cleaning?" The son says emotionally, "Mom, my wife never acted like this." The mother says meaningfully, "Now you finally appreciate your wife, don't you? Before this, you used to say she wasted your money. Do you understand now? When you wasted money, did you ever keep track of it? Did you ever think about how much you spend on food and daily expenses? Do you even realize how expensive it is to run a household? You used to say she didn't do anything, but your wife managed the house, took care of the baby, spent carefully, saved money, and thought about every single dollar before spending it. And even after all that, you still criticized her. Today you crossed the line by accusing her of stealing your money. Let me ask you something. If she hadn't taken care of the house and the baby, would you have been able to go out and earn money peacefully? You never appreciated her, and on top of that, you kept hurting her feelings. And now look, she's gone. You're miserable now, aren't you? You can't focus at work, and there's no peace at home either. I'm your mother. If there had been a hired nanny here after your wife left and she did all this work, you would have been forced to pay her. But when it comes to a wife, all people give her are complaints and taunts. A home is incomplete without a good and loyal woman. What would you do if you were in his place? Comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more emotional family stories.